are three primary types of indigo children, each with a different version of the Orphan genetic code, and each serving a different purpose within the present evolutionary experiment. Indigo recessive type 3 is the most common type of indigo child presently incarnate on Earth. Type 3 indigos began birthing in very small numbers about 200 years ago. There are about 2,500,000 indigo recessives incarnated now, and this was written back in 2000. And many adults and of childbearing age have Palladorian birthing contracts to parent more than type 3 indigo children in years to come. Another 15,000 indigo recessives are scheduled to birth between 1999 and 2017. Indigo dominant type 2 is the next most common type of indigo child. Isolated numbers of type 2 indigos birthed between 75 and 100 years ago, most since the late 1950s. There are about 500,000 indigo dominants incarnate now, and another 130,000 scheduled to birth between 1999 and 2005. Indigo composite type 1 is the most uncommon type of indigo. Most entered incarnation in the 1960s and 1970s, between that time period. There are presently about 350 type 1 indigos on Earth, with another 5,000 scheduled to birth between 2005 and 2017. Between 1999 through 2017, another 150,000 indigo children will incarnate on Earth as part of the Planetary Protection Agreement. The birth wave of the indigo children represents the return of the Emerald Order. The ancient elder race Orphan returned to Earth to fulfill the Emerald Covenant, an agreement made 248,000 years ago that promised Earth humans assistance in re-evolving to the 12-strand diamond sun DNA matrix. The contemporary UFO movement with contactees claiming to be abducted by aliens is part of the hybridization agendas taking place at this time. Elder race humans visit from the future time to assist in fulfilling the Emerald Covenant, and our ancient intruder visitors have returned to attempt to hijack our evolution into unintended hybridization programs that violate the Emerald Covenant. Indigo recessive type 3. Type 3 indigos are part of an Orphan Nephilim hybridization program through which ancient Nephilim, which is the Anunnaki and cloister human from seeding 2, are provided with a new race line to evolve within in order to clear fire letter DNA distortions so their codes of ascension can be regained. Type 3 indigos have an Orphan 24-strand double diamond and 11-strand reverse Templar sun DNA matrix, which gives them a maximum potential of a 12-strand diamond sun DNA matrix. Type 3 indigos are literally incarnations of two different avatars in one body. An Orphan avatar overseeing a Nephilim avatar spirit essence. The core of their life presence is to mend the extremes of polarity between the reversed 11-strand DNA matrix and the 12-strand potential, but their lifetimes serve an important role in the greater plan of healing the DNA distortions within the Nephilim, Anunnaki, and human genetic lines. Type 3 indigo recessives have the most extremes in polarity issues of all the indigos. They're highly intelligent, mathematically inclined, and athletic, and may have difficulty with emotional bonding issues and may seem like an angel and a devil all in one body. Indigo recessives are unique in that the incarnation involves more than one family line of consciousness. Indigo recessive spirits are literally composites of two entirely different avatars, incarnating into one body. The Orphan avatar possesses the 24-strand double diamond sun DNA and remains the dominant force within the personality if the gene code activates properly. The second avatar spirit is that of an 11-dimensional Nephilim, the race of the giant Anunnaki cloister humans who were banned from Earth in the second seeding. The gene code for the Nephilim is that of the 11-strand reverse Templar sun. The Nephilim race has been trapped between Harmonic Universe 1 and D11. So Harmonic Universe 1, I'll go through this real quick so you can have an understanding. Harmonic Universe 1 holds the dimensions of 1, 2, and 3, and that's Earth. Harmonic Universe 2 is Terra, that holds the dimensions of 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and Harmonic Universe 3 is Gaia, and that holds the dimensions of 7, 8, and 9. And then you have the fourth harmonic, which is Terra, and that holds the dimensions of 10, 11, and 12. So the manifestation cycles for many thousands of years due to fire letter reversal and DNA distortions from the Anunnaki lines. The 24-strand Orphan DNA imprint is the only coding high enough to retain its integrity when combined with the Nephilim Templar Sun DNA. And so the type 3 indigo recessive imprint has been created to allow Nephilim avatars who desire to evolve back into their ascension codes, a new race line for evolution. The incarnating Nephilim avatar must agree to function in subservience to the Orphan avatar until the Nephilim regains the D12 fire letters that will allow them to connect with their Rishi collective so they may evolve to experience the frequencies of love, genuine bonding with the compassion for other life forms. Indigo recessives have the most difficulty in balancing polarity and consciousness due to the reverse Nephilim fire letters. They are the most vulnerable to obsessive compulsive behaviors, bipolar disorders, and extreme polarity in perspectives. The Nephilim imprint tends to activate first in the type 3, often creating an aggressive, hyperactive child that spends most of its early life testing the extremes of boundaries between right and wrong, constantly challenging authority. And just as type 3 may sometimes seem like the child from hell, it may do a complete turnaround into nearly angelic, loving behavior. At times, it may seem as if the child has an evil twin that emerges, a dark side to the personality that is capable of extreme thoughtlessness and cruelty. The negative characteristics of type 3 indigo emerge as a DNA imprint of the Nephilim activates, and shortly thereafter, the Orphan part of the identity attempts to clear the distorted DNA imprint by counterbalancing it with its opposite fire letter sequence, creating the more extreme and rapid shifts of the polarity within the behavior and the attitude. The polarity extremes in the personality of a type 3 often lead to self-destructive behaviors and substance addictions as the identity tries to numb itself from the near constant feeling of internal conflict and apprehension. If the Nephilim avatar identity attempts to overrun the identity, the Orphan avatar will assert its authority, shutting down the communication facilities it is necessary. Most cases of autism occur in type 3 indigo children as a result of the Orphan avatar unplugging some of the Nephilim DNA codes to retain control over the body. In these cases, the conscious personality usually feels stuck in the middle of an internal battle and it cannot comprehend. And it experiences a great fear, dread, and apprehension, and depression, and the chemical imbalances that result from this morphogenetic disharmony. The type 3 may also display the opposite polarity qualities, being an excessively good baby and a child that having a reversal into the dark side during adolescence or adulthood. Ideally, the two avatars that share the body and personality structure work to balance the polarities in the DNA, the light side of the personality guiding the dark side into the healing as the reverse fire letters of the Nephilim code reorder and progressively connect to the harmonious frequencies of the Orphan avatar and Rishi awareness. Usually, type 3 indigos will not complete soul integration by age 12 or be able to activate their latent Orpheum physical ascension potentials. The core life purpose of type 3 indigo is for the Orpheum avatar to progressively restore the fire letter sequences in the Nephilim DNA and morphogenetic field. Once this is accomplished through reassembly of the 12th DNA strand, which usually occurs after bodily death, the Nephilim avatar is reconnected to its own reishi, and the Orpheum avatar withdraws its morphogenetic field, disengaging the two identities. When dealing with type 3 indigos, it is best to realize that two different beings are literally inhabiting one body and that frequently they disagree. Tough love and clearly defined boundaries are often necessary with the type 3, but must be administered with fairness and democracy. Healing toward unity consciousness can facilitate healing and growth. Working directly with bioenergetic fields in the Kathara recording is the best way to assist a type 3 indigo child, as they are usually too much distracted by internal, emotional, and perceptual conflict to allow true consciousness understanding of what is taking place. They are better off not consciously knowing they house two separate beings and function best when in calm environments without many distractions or unnecessary interactions with others. Due to the Nephilim imprint, type 3 indigos tend to be very gifted in math, languages, and technology sciences and can be drawn to competitive endeavors, especially those involving the good versus evil and related polarity dramas. The softer side of type 3 can be very innocent and childlike at any age, with quizzical desire to learn and especially to experience emotion involving bonding and its physical expression. Emotional bonding is a new experience for a Nephilim, and the type 3 may have difficulty with polarity extremes over bonding issues for life. Though type 3 indigos may seem as highly conflicted souls and sometimes die early, it is important to realize that their lives are not wasted. They have incarnated to assist in the creation of a new race line through which an ancient race can re-evolve back into the light. They are doing a great service for both the Nephilim and the human lineage in terms of realigning Anunnaki genetic distortions in both races. Usually, the worst extremes of behavior take place at the beginning and at the ending of the life cycle. These indigos tend to have a stronger physical constitution than other indigos and have strong athletic abilities. If the Nephilim imprint is strong, the physical body may grow to exhibit elongated proportions, characteristic of the Nephilim physique, and face often has distinctive, more chiseled bone structure, even if these traits are not within the parental genetic line. The indigo recessive has 24-strand double diamond and 11-strand reverse Templar DNA matrix, which comes out to a 12-strand Terranism potential when fully integrated. All indigos type 3s often feel out of place, bored, or disinterested in earthly affairs and can benefit from being acknowledged as visitors from elsewhere that march to their own drum. That is precisely what the indigos are. Indigo dominant type 2. Type 2 indigos are part of the Orpheum human hybridization program through which the 12-strand diamond sun DNA matrix is reinstated within the Earth-human genetic lines in order to restore the codes of ascension to the human lineage. Type 2 indigos have an Orpheum 24-strand double diamond DNA matrix, which gives them a maximum potential of 24 to 30 ascension codes, through which the avatar identity may embody and the consciousness may expand into the Rishi identity level. Type 2 indigos are one Orpheum avatar in one body, so they do not display extremes in polarity imbalances, as is often displayed in type 3 indigo recessives. The core of their life purpose is to assist in raising consciousness within the Earth human lineage to build critical mass of the diamond sun DNA matrix within the human gene pool, and to assist type 1 indigo composites in holding and running higher dimensional frequencies for planetary grid work. Type 2 indigo dominants have advanced psychic development and may have an open interdimensional contact from birth throughout life. They are gifted in linguistics translations, the arts, music, interpersonal diplomacy, but may become excessively introverted due to fear of the earth environment. Type 2s are the most personable of the three indigos and enjoy human bonding if sheltered. Indigo composite type 1. Type 1 indigos are part of the Orifim human hybridization program, serving to accelerate and expedite reaching critical mass of the diamond sun DNA matrix within the race gene pool before 2012. Type 1 indigos have an Emerald Order Orifim 48-strand Emerald Sun DNA matrix, which gives them the maximum potential of 30 to 48 ascension codes, through which the avatar identity may embody and the consciousness may expand into the ascended master's identity levels. Type 1 indigos always incarnate through walk-in agreements, whereby a smaller soul essence from their own oversoul collective begins the incarnation to raise the frequency of the body, and once the DNA is sufficiently activated, the original soul walkouts into ascension, and the avatar identity walks in, which has transferred the spirit essence into the body, to awaken within the body and fulfill its world service contract. The walk-in usually occurs at age 12 or 22 and must occur by the age of 33. Type 1 indigos have advanced psychic and occasionally direct manifestation abilities, usually have physical contact within their elder race family in childhood, and have a core life purpose to fulfill advanced planetary grid work contracts. They are sensitive to everything and often remain detached from human issues to focus on their service contract. They hold great love within for all life forms.